Ubisoft is one of the most distrusted companies in the gaming industry, and for good reason. They sneak microtransactions into their games, release half-baked products, and overall just don't listen to consumers. And now the Star Wars Outlaws community manager, Shauna, appears to have an animus against white men in numerous social media posts. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or through YouTube memberships. Now, she, of course, is not just the community manager for Star Wars Outlaws, as she has been affiliated with Ubisoft for a while, but Star Wars Outlaws is actually getting a lot of attention right now, and not for such positive reasons, because they finally released the full story trailer, and it's not getting ratioed, but on platforms like YouTube, the comment sections are filled with a lot of criticisms, people saying Star Wars is dead, there's no way that this game is going to be all that good, and overall people are just feeling a little bit overwhelmed with the product. And again, generally people do not trust Ubisoft anymore, especially after their past few releases like Skull and Bones, which was a complete and utter nightmare for them. But now, Shauna Jones, a community manager for Ubisoft who is currently working on the upcoming Star Wars Outlaws game, appears to have an animus against white men based on numerous posts to social media. She has made now, obviously, Gamergate 2 is well underway, and a lot of people in the industry are talking about it, and people like her are definitely very worried that their jobs could be on the line. And I gotta say, I can't really feel all that surprised, because people like community managers, if you are going to be a community manager, you need to actually care about the community, and your job is to communicate with the people who are supposed to be purchasing the game in order to pass information along to the developers and to just kind of judge how positive or negatively received the game has been. And all of these social media and community managers really only care about themselves. They really only care about going, oh yeah, I'm a community manager and I have power when it comes to this game, when it's an absurd angle to take. But it says, as noted on her LinkedIn profile, she is based out of the UK and has worked at Ubisoft as a community representative and community manager for 4 years. Most of the time, these community representatives do not represent the community, so it's hilarious. I mean, people's that are hired in community positions and also, diversity, equity, and inclusion positions, their jobs are unnecessary. Us as consumers, we initially appreciated having community managers who checked Discords and Twitters and social medias and actually sent our feedback to the developers, but basically all they exist for at this point is to pat the devs on the back and say, oh, the community is toxic, and that's definitely how people like her feel about gamers. As shared via screenshots to X by user Kooks12, Jones posted back in January 2020, if you're a white dude complaining that diversity being raised is an issue, then people are going to keep raising the lack of diversity until we see change. That's got to change, man. So we are talking around the time that she really became prevalent at Ubisoft. Again, she has been there for over 4 years at this point, and she worked on, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, a bad game, Just Dance, Riders of the Republic, also Skull and Bones, which was recently a complete and utter disaster. In another post she had wrote, love that if you say you're trying to be more body positive, white men assume that you're saying you're fat and tell you to go to the gym. I'm a size 12, being body positive has nothing to do with weight. Why is it only bringing up white men? Why is it only attacking white men? A woman could say that. A woman of color could say that. Of course, she has no evidence that it was just white men, but of course, she decided to attack a specific group of people, and I'm sure she's one of the people who thinks, oh, you can't be racist against white people, which is complete and utter BS. You most certainly can, but that is why they feel so confident in voicing their hatred of white men in general. She she also said, please don't tell me gender isn't an issue in the games industry when you are a white male, of course. Diversity in general is an issue in the industry. Over the past few years, there has been an overemphasis on diversity. And these people refuse to acknowledge that. You would think with all of the progress the industry has made over the past few years would be enough for them, that they would say, it is amazing that we're seeing so many more female protagonists, we're seeing so many more people of color, we're seeing all different types of backstories. But that's the issue with people like this, is it is never enough. The industry could drastically change, but they still wouldn't feel happy unless, of course, all of the white men were gone and only women were in charge and people of color ran the industry. It's just never enough for these people, and it's why it's so hard to support anything that they say. Now, over the past few weeks, we have seen a lot of community managers be called out for their general hatred of the people they are supposed to be working for, aka gamers. And, of course, because Ubisoft is in such a state of disaster, they probably do not care at this point what she is doing or what she is saying, and a lot of companies are backing their CMs, but she actually decided to go on and protect her tweets, which is hilarious because she now is hiding away from the people that she is supposed to be managing, the community that she is supposed to be overlooking and talking to and providing information to. I don't know in what clown world a person is allowed to hide away from the very people they have a job because of, but that is definitely something that we are seeing in the gaming industry right now. And I have a feeling a lot more Ubisoft developers are going to be privating their accounts over the next coming days because, like I said, they just finally released the story trailer for Star Wars Outlaws, one of the games that she, of course, is a community manager on. And while it is not getting ratioed because it is brand new, the comments section over on something like YouTube is already filled with people criticizing it, saying Star Wars is dead, this was an awful idea, and primarily you shouldn't pre-order this game because it is a Ubisoft game, and Ubisoft has given us no reason to trust them. And I completely and totally agree. Over the years, we have given so many companies like this so many different chances, and they have continuously proven us right time and time again that we should not trust them and we should not blindly give them our money. And also, we found out from the description of this that not only is this a full price $70 game, but there's also going to be a season pass for this game, which inevitably is going to cost extra money, which is just so ridiculous. It just shows the pure greed of it all. But people are saying things like, never believe Ubisoft until you try the game yourself. Remember, never pre-order from Ubisoft. Microtransactions enabled. I can't wait to buy this game 2 months after release at a 90% discount. And that is what's been happening with their recent games. Skull and Bones went on sale very quickly. Avatar Frontiers of Pandora was on sale 3 weeks after release. It went from 70 to 40, which was absolutely insane. And I don't think that this game is going to be any different. Obviously, there are still a lot of people out there who want to play Star Wars games and give Star Wars a chance, but Star Wars is dead. Ubisoft isn't a great company. And now we've got this extra layer of, dislike surrounding Ubisoft and this game specifically because we have screenshots of the community manager appearing to hate white men, and she's not afraid to post those numerous things on social media. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Star Wars Outlaws and how this new trailer is received, but so far it's not going well for them. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.